welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I am scraplifting Jessa, and it's May I Scraplift You, and Jessa has a lot of tags on her Instagram, so I chose one of her tags. So I pulled out some scraps, this navy blue piece of cardstock, and these two pictures of us at Solo movie a long time ago, and today is Star Wars Day, so I decided to do a Star Wars theme, so yay! We're like really big geeks in my family, so yep, Star Wars it is today. So I did have those two pieces of scrapish kind of things too. A little bit of the one gets on here, but the other one doesn't. And so what I decided to do is to make a pretty big tag to go on my page, and then make it one of the focus pieces. So I did think about folding that up and making the pocket like she has, but instead I'm going to add a piece to the front. And I just want to make my tag piece, and I want those corner pieces even. So I'm actually just going to measure it today. So that was like an inch in. This is a 4x6 tag, and then I'm going to flip it and just copy that corner so that's the same. And then I'm going to put a hole punch in. And I do want it centered, but it doesn't work so well for me. It's not quite center, but I will put a ribbon in like Jessa has. And so I'm going to use this black one because we are doing Star Wars, and why not? And it's got some frilly and some sparkle. And then I'm going to staple it like she did. And yep, that's my tag. And then I'm looking at this sheet. My plan was to actually cut some stars out of the blue with a die, but I decided not to. So I could have used the blue, but instead I used this one because I was saving the blue with the compass and the mappy part, which I think works for a solo movie because they're all over the universe, so why not? Don't have any actual Star Wars paper. So I know there's a little bit out there, but I have never seen it in Canada. So yeah, this will just have to work this way. So I thought about having it on the tag on the left side to start with. I am going to trim the photos down. So that ends up being, I think, a 3.5 by 5. And then I'm a little bit further out with my picture with my kiddos, and my husband, their dad, is further in because obviously two different people taking pictures. But so I cut mine down a little bit more, but that works so far. Then I decided to take that piece of yellow lined paper, and I'm going to back both my photos with it. The lines are not going to go the same way as the tag, and I'm totally okay with that. It wasn't thought about at all, but I did it anyway. And then I just used my scissors because I'm not too fussed on this if they're perfectly straight, because I was going to rough up the edges anyway. And this page actually has a little bit of water damage to it. I don't know how it has water damage to it, but there does. So it's already a little distressed anyway, and I'm going to use most of it up, so yay. Instead of it just going into the trash bin. So I am also going to back it in black, and so I am using my black scraps that I have, which works out really well for this one. And then those little pieces I'll put in a spot to use for like die cutting or that kind of stuff later, because those small pieces can still do some of those things really easily. Like if I wanted a tag hole cover, that would work really well. I did look at my dies, and I thought I had a bigger tag die, but the one I have isn't that big. So, and then I had this old sticker stack for having movie night. So I'm getting my title on the tag, and Jessa has some stuff on her front. She has some stuff tucked in her back. I did think about the movie tickets going in here, but I don't know where they are right now. So I thought I had them, but no, they're in my room somewhere, I'm sure. So I'm sure I can still sneak them in after, but I wanted something pretty on the back, and that black doily works. It accentuates the movie title and gets a little bit more black on the page. So just thinking about how I want this to overlap, and this is not how it's going to stay. And this is more about the layout that I'm going to look for. And then I do have some cute other pieces in here. So there's these 3D tickets, and there's the popcorn and the drink and that star. So the popcorn and the drink will get on here in a minute. And I think that says paper. That's the little piece of border top for the packaging was from the stickers that I was putting on those 3D. And then I did pull out those Studio Calico ones, and they will get on here in a minute, but I want to do something with the background because that's pretty plain. So I grabbed out my stencil butter, and I opened up the black one because I thought I'd use black one, and it is hard and done, and out it goes. And then the pearl is fine, but it is starting to get a little dry, so I'm going to have to make sure that I am thinking about using this here so it does not go in the bin. And so this stencil is from Hip Kit Club. So I get this on in a diagonal with the stencil butter, and I'm not being precious about it or anything. It ends up being a little bit of a mess in places, and that's okay. It'll get even more messy here in a minute. So that whole spot there is totally going to get covered, but oh well. And then some more here. A little bit more of this you'll see, but and then just I'm going to wipe this off with a baby wipe right away, and I do that with my palette knife too because it's easy. And I should have just left that one, but I didn't, so there's a big blob there, but it gets covered, so that's okay. And then I am going to splatter, so this is charcoal, and there's a big blob there. That one you will see, but oh well. And then I use this Tim Holtz one, which is fossilized amber, to add some gold, because obviously there's some gold on my page already in the embellishments. And then I'm going to use this Glimmer Mist Blue one. So it adds a good amount of sparkle between the two Glimmer Mists and that Tim Holtz one. And then I'm going to dry it, but I don't make you watch me, I'll dry it all. And then this is going to go on. So I'm going to use my T-square to make this straight. And then these are going to go on either side and not quite straight. I did think about putting some of this ribbon in another spot, but it's just not going to work out quite like I wanted it to. I am going to get this heart on here and just snuck in between here. And then this currently is going to go on here. It didn't quite go on straight, but there's not pulling that off after it sticks. So they are Studio Calico stickers from a long time ago, and they stick. So, and then some of these enamel stars in the black. I could have put the white ones on too. Oh, I do put the white ones on too. I could have put the dots on too, but I didn't. And then the popcorn bucket and the drink. I'm going to play with them a little bit, but pull off the back. It's got a really thick foam adhesive on it, so it was just popping that up a little too much. So I did pull some of that off, and that works out better. There's still room to sneak the tickets in if and when I find them, but do fuss with that a little bit. But then I pulled out my Star Punch and some gold glitter paper because I felt like the background needed some gold stars too. I guess I could have put some blue ones on there along with that one blue one that I got from the sticker piece, but I didn't think about it until right now, so it's not going to get blue sticker stars, but meh. And I'm liking that quite a bit, actually. Almost done this too. Just have journaling to do and just a little bit more. I'm really liking this My Petunia glue press too. It makes things so easy. Then I'm going to journal underneath. I'm not sure who this page is for. Maybe it's for our family album. I haven't decided. And it says, we have seen almost every Star Wars release in theaters since they started releasing new movies. It was a lot of fun to take you both to this new theater and have fun watching it with you. Notice how we all dressed for the occasion. XOXOXO. So we're all dressed in Star Wars. So the black and white sweater that my youngest has on is a Stormtrooper sweatshirt. My oldest daughter has a Rey shirt on. I have a Princess Leia shirt on. My husband has a, I don't know, Disco Yoda. He's got like pink sunglasses on. So lots of fun. And then all but the youngest have Star Wars Vans on because those were cool. I still have mine. My husband still has his, but obviously my children are a lot bigger than this now, so they do not have Star Wars shoes anymore. But I don't think the youngest would wear them anyway, but the oldest definitely would. And so I just did a doodly border, and here it is close up, and there'll be some still shots to follow. Make sure you take a look at the May I Scraplift You playlist, which will be linked in my stuff below. I'll also have Jessa linked below for her YouTube video and her Instagram. So thanks, Jessa, for being willing to be a Scraplift today. And hopefully you liked my video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. There's some other ones here if you'd like to watch. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.